I'm sitting down with José Castro. He's the Executive Director of the Union. Today we're going to be discussing some overall lung health themes. Now, José, let's get right into it. How important is managing TB when it comes to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals worldwide?
Well, the world has committed to eliminating tuberculosis by 2035. And as you know, the World Health Organization estimates that one-third of the world is infected by tuberculosis. So if we are going to achieve those goals, we have to address the issue of tuberculosis, prevent new cases of tuberculosis from developing, and treating those who are sick with tuberculosis so that they are cured and do not die.
Now, 2035 isn't that far away. What do we need to do to get there?
Well, first, it is a long time, and this is a disease that has affected humanity for more than 4,000 years. So it is an ambitious goal to eliminate tuberculosis by 2035. But we must build a political commitment, obtain the resources to fight this TB. We must address MDR TB in the countries where this is becoming a major problem. We must address the co-epidemics of tuberculosis and HIV and tuberculosis and diabetes effectively, so that the countries and those communities that are affected have the appropriate treatments. And we also need to develop new tools and new medicines and possibly invest in the development of a vaccine for the prevention of tuberculosis. Together with all these actions, the concerted actions of the world, we have the opportunity to turn the tide on tuberculosis.
Now, it's my understanding that we're going to be moving away from the disease itself and focusing a lot on health systems. Is that an issue to you, especially in developing countries where there might not be enough healthcare workers to support the people who are infected?
This is a major issue. We develop plans and we establish goals for eliminating tuberculosis. But at the end of the day, somebody has to do that work. And there are not enough health workers in the world today to effectively address the tuberculosis and malaria, HIV epidemics, and other diseases that affect countries. We saw last year with the Ebola crisis how the country's health system and health workers were completely decimated. So it is a priority to invest and develop an effective health workforce in order to achieve these goals. We found that these goals will not be achievable.
Now, we're not only here to speak about TB, there are various other lung health concerns that people on the global stage have, one of them being tobacco control. Can you shine some light on this for us?
Well, tobacco, as you know, kills 6 million people every year. It is a man-made product that is legally sold around the world. This should not happen. I think that we know that this is a lethal product, and we must work to implement the proven policy strategies that reduce the tobacco use around the world, to prevent young people from starting to smoke, to also ensure that the tobacco industry does not push the product in developing countries. For example, in the Africa region, we don't have any of the countries with the highest burden of tobacco. We don't have that yet, and we must prevent that from becoming a problem in the years ahead.
Now, when it comes to lung health, why is it so important to have this conference here in South Africa this year?
Well, South Africa is emblematic. I mean, we have, the countries that is affected by tuberculosis, MDR TB, and HIV, and one of the countries that has a number of innovative programs to address those issues, as we have seen in the news recently. So we come here at a crucial time, just a month and a half after a couple of months after the adoption of the Sustainable Development Goals, to begin this path towards elimination of tuberculosis by 2035 here in South Africa, in a country that is most affected by these epidemics.
Jose, thank you very much for sitting down with me and shining some light on those issues. I look forward to seeing what the rest of the conference has in store.
Thank you very much and enjoy the conference.